Welcome to the Hunter Office of Accessibility Testing Accommodations webinar. This is a practical guide for completing the Testing Accommodations form, otherwise known as TAF. As you can see, our testing center is located in North 300. You can pick up a hard copy of the TAF there or access it on our website. We have provided a link to the TAF here as well. The testing center is opened Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with extended hours until 7 p.m. during midterms and finals. If you need help filling out the TAF, please just stop by the testing center, or you can call us at 212-650-3582. Throughout this presentation, we are going to cover how to easily submit a completed TAF with a focus on the necessary information required to process a timely request. We will go over how important it is for students to remember to submit completed forms to the testing center 2 weeks prior to exam day, ask instructors to provide any additional instructions, such as permission to use a calculator on the TAF, address any class schedule conflicts with your instructor, and then get the instructor's signature if you need to change time and/or date of the exam. Please let testing staff know if you have any alternate accommodations or other accommodations such as readers or scribes. While the purpose of this presentation is to give you an overview of the testing accommodations process, and in particular how to complete and submit the TAF, we want to first share how important it is to communicate with your instructors about your approved accommodations. Communicating with your professors about your accommodations is an important part of self-advocacy and helps to ensure a timely processing of your TAF. Please be sure to inform your instructors that you will be utilizing your testing accommodations. At least 2 weeks in advance, speak with your instructors and fill out and submit the TAF. The 2-week window allows for our testing staff to facilitate your accommodations. Now we're going to review how to fill out the TAF form and use this as a sample entry. On the left-hand side, please write clearly your first and last name. Under contact information, include your My Hunter email and cell phone number. Under course, please write down your course name as it is displayed on your schedule in CUNY First. For example, if you are in an Intro to Psych course, please write down Psych 101, not Intro to Psych. For exam start time, please list the time the class will be taking the exam. In the next row, if you have a class scheduling conflict, this is where you will enter the approved alternative date and time. If there are no class scheduling conflicts, you will leave this line blank. You will be scheduling to take your exam on the same day and time as your class. Now you may ask yourself, what do I do if I have a class scheduling conflict or the testing center is closed when I have my exam? Well, this is usually not the case. Students sometimes will have exam scheduling conflicts, such as back-to-back classes or evening or weekend courses that run beyond the hours of operation of the testing center. If this is the case, this is when you would fill out the row for time conflicts with the agreed upon alternate date and time. Remember to get the instructor's signature under this alternate time and date as a way to show it has been approved. An example of this would be a back-to-back class. Suppose you have a psych from 10 a.m. to 11:15 p.m. and then a class immediately following, which starts at 11:30 a.m. You would not be able to take the psych exam at 10 a.m. In this case, the student has the needed window of time later that day from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. So under alternate date, as you can see, you would write the same date, but a different agreed upon start time. As example, 1 p.m. This would give the student who has double time enough to complete the exam using their full extended time, but still finish before the testing center closes at 5 p.m. Always remembering this requires the instructor's signature on the TAF. As noted in the previous slide, sometimes students will have time conflicts, and they will then need to schedule to take the exam at an alternate time or date. So what is considered a time conflict? That would be back-to-back classes on the day of your exam. In this case, you would schedule for a different time that day or on another day, remembering to get signed approval on the TAF. Or you may have an evening class with exams. In this case, you would schedule to take the exam on the same day if possible between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., remembering again to get signed approval on the TAF. Or you may have a weekend class with exams. You would need to schedule to take the exam on the date closest to the day of the exam. So that would be either Friday or the following Monday during 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Of course, making sure to get signed approval on the TAF. So now you know what counts as a time conflict. On the next slide, we will review what is not considered a time conflict. We understand life happens, but students should only schedule an alternate time and or date to take their exam for the approved reasons. Job conflicts, personal matters, or needing more time to study are not considered time conflicts in these cases. Students should still schedule to take their exam on the same day and time as their class is taking the exam. On the next slide, we will review the instructor-only section of the TAF. Once you have completed the student-instructor section with the correct start times and dates, please ask your instructor to fill out the instructor-only section prior to sending us the TAF. In this section, instructors will inform the test center whether the exam will be online or if they will deliver it or email the exam to our center. Professors can make extended time adjustments to online exams. Please remind them of your extended time accommodation if you have them. Some of the most common exam platforms are Zoom, Connect, Top Hat, Blackboard, and Alex. In this section, professors should also write down any additional exam instructions, such as the use of notes or a device such as a calculator or a laptop. Just to review, for time conflicts, please remember the test center hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. during midterms and finals. Any alternate exam date or time changes requires the instructor's signature and approval on the TAF. Please always include access testing on all testing-related emails with your instructors or advisors. In summary, communicating effectively with your instructors about your testing accommodations is key. You can find the TAF at North 300 or online on our webpage. You are responsible for submitting the completed testing accommodation form 2 weeks in advance of upcoming exam dates. You may list up to 5 exam dates on one form. Both the student and instructor must fill out and sign the form to address time conflicts and discuss use of notes and or devices. Again, please always include access testing on email correspondence so we may answer questions or concerns. So here are just a few friendly tips for exam day. Plan to arrive a few minutes before your exam time. When you arrive, sign in at the front desk and inform the staff. And we also encourage you to use the restroom prior to your starting of your exam. Thank you so much for following our guide to testing accommodations. We hope you found this to be a useful resource, and we look forward to seeing you in the testing center. Our staff is always here to work with you to facilitate your accommodations.